Okay, everybody, here we are again, and I'm going to continue with the process of arranging and orchestrating America the Beautiful. So let's get started. Here is our lead sheet where we left off last time. Pretty nice, clean lead sheet with, good chord changes that we got from the public domain archives. And all right, we need to fix a couple things here just to get started. We need to add a pickup note, which we forgot to finish adding in. I'm going to start by just inserting a measure. So I'm going to select this first measure, and I'm going to go up here and choose, let's see. Insert measure stack from the edit menu. 1. That's going to put it before that measure. And then I'm going to go to the utilities, or let's see, document menu, and hit pick up measure. And we just need one beat. One beat pickup, it's a G. And always with speedy entry, remember we have to check and see if you want to use the Midi device for input or not. I'm going to say yes. Hold that down and hold the 5 down, and we got our pickup note. Okay. Another thing to tell you about is, yes, Finale will play back. Now this is just a lead sheet with chords. Finale is not great at playing back chord symbols. It's gotten a little better over the years, but you'll see what I mean here, but you'll kind of get the idea. We'll play it back. Okay, so you see what I mean. Now, by the way, I chose the more complex chords. You might like it better with the simpler chords that were on the original lead sheet, and that's fine. You can go ahead and go with that. You should really use what you know about, so don't try to compose or arrange or orchestrate necessarily over your head. So here we go. I'm going to turn off the chords I'm going to check the chord tool down here and go to chords and say uncheck enable chord playback, because like I said, I don't really like hearing those chords played back like that. Then you just get the little cheesy it's a vocal sound. Now you can change that to any sound you want in the score manager. This is kind of the default for the lead sheet. And you can go in here and choose, something else if you want to, like say, jazz trumpet. Let's hear how that sounds. Well, we don't hear anything at all. There's several reasons for that. And one is this MIDI audio thing. Play through audio units, that always takes a little more troubleshooting. I like to just use the play finale through MIDI button. Saves a lot of headaches. Okay, it still sounds like a voice. Let's go back and check our score manager. See what happens. Okay, for one thing, when we changed over, maybe it didn't change over with us. Let's try it again. don't know why this says channel 2, but let's just try changing this all to a trumpet. I don't know why it's putting it on channel 3. Let's put this one on trumpet 2. Mixed. Okay. Let's try that, see if it plays back as a trumpet. Kind of quiet, as you say, but there it is. So we'll leave it there for now, and now we have our sound set up. We have a pickup note and all of that. I think the next thing we're going to want to do is add some more measures. So I'm going to go down here to the measure tool, which is right here, and I'm going to option click on it. Let's see, we've got about 4, 8, 12, 16, 17 measures. I'm going to add on another like 17 measures. Okay, and you see that now it goes into 2 pages, because now we're getting into not a lead sheet anymore. I'm going to do a save as, and I'm going to call it America the Beautiful Orchestration. And so, just to show you a couple tricks, a couple of things we want to accomplish here is to maybe re-groove the piece, add some kind of other groove that it may, you may not associate with the song normally, and also do a key change or a modulation. So that's a groovy thing to do. And all right, I'm going to select all these measures here now, Command Shift M, and go ahead and set it with 4 bars to align again. There you have it. Oh, by the way, we can also eliminate this up here where it says words by lyricist. The lyricist is Bates, and yeah, I did a little research on this song. It's pretty cool. It was composed around the turn of the century here, and by the organist at Samuel A. Ward at Grace Episcopal Church, Newark, New Jersey, and he wrote the music, and then soon thereafter, an English professor at Wellesley College had written the words as a poem around 1893. So it all came together soon thereafter and became a very famous song. Okay, so now we have all this stuff here, and I want to make a key change. I'm going to put this new key signature here. I'm going to click on the key signature tool, double click here, and let's change it up to D flat. Excuse me, I'm going the wrong direction. I need to add flats. A lot of them. I had to add 4 flats because I'm going to go from C up to D flat. And that's the most common modulation in the world, is up a half step. There's all kinds of other ones. You can go up a whole step, up a third, all kinds of things, but just taking it up a half step makes it sound pretty cool. And we're going to go transpose the notes up. We don't have any notes in there yet, so it doesn't really matter. But I'm going to say, to the next key change or through the end of the piece. Either one's going to have the same effect. Okay, so now, see, we got a nice little key change here. And now I'm just going to paste in all this music except for the pickup note. We'll add that in a minute. And I'm just going to go through this measure, and I'm going to copy it. Command C. Now, there's also Command Option Shift F, which is the edit filter. And this tells you what is actually being copied when you hit Command C. And this is what I want, everything, all. But sometimes you may just want to copy the chords, in which case you could hit none and then just hit chords. But in this case, I want everything. So I'm going to hit all and say OK. And you can do that before or after you hit Command C, just before you hit Command V to paste it, which is what I'm going to do right now. OK. It didn't actually do what I thought it was going to do, which is go ahead and transpose the music, but that's easy to fix. I'm just going to go and delete this quarter note equals 95. We don't need to see that again. Might want to put something else there later. I'm going to go back and just redo the key change now. Sometimes in the past it seemed like when you pasted music it would just go ahead and adhere to the key signature that was there, but they're always changing finale up, making it better mostly. Transpose notes up, that's what we want now, and yeah, that should work out. So now we have a nice little modulation at the end. See, from sea to shining sea, oh beautiful spacious skies, etc. Okay, so we have a nice little effective thing there, hopefully. And so now we have a key change built in. I just need to write in one pickup note in this measure. You see, I went in there. There's nothing actually underneath those slashes, but there really does need to be something underneath there. I'm going to hit a half note rest by hitting 6, quarter note rest by hitting the 5, and then one pickup note for our trumpet, and we're ready to go. I also want to change this to no longer be the slash notation. I want it to be normal notation. So I believe the shortcut for that is M for some strange reason. And it says you are changing styles that will conflict with what's already there. I know that. That's why I'm doing it. And there you go. Now, it put in a G sharp. I don't want a G sharp. I want an A flat, which is an inharmonic spelling. So I'm just going to hit the 9 key after I put the cursor right on the G sharp, hit 9. Now it's an A flat. Now, I want to hit Command U to update the layout. I don't know why this key signature is stuck out here like this, hoping that Command U will fix it. Kinda did. There you go. It's telling you, hey, key signature is coming up. And you can change a lot of those things in your document options. How things behave. If you don't want that key signature there, you can go to document options under key signatures and, tell it to not display the courtesy key signature at the end of the staff. But that is a nice courtesy, so I'm going to leave it there. It's telling you what's coming up. Okay, so now we have a song written out twice. And it ends with D major 7. Okay, and D major 7 is composed of D, F sharp, A, and C sharp, not D flat. So I'm going to change this also inharmonically, make it into a C sharp, because that fits with the key signature. I want the notes to fit and match, the chord change. Some things like that don't seem important, but they end up being important. Sometimes they're just important to you because you're the arranger and things have to make sense and add up. So, okay. I'm going to add a couple more notes here to finish it off. I'm going to add another chord and then end up on this 6-9 chord. All right, and again, I want to change these where they're not this slash notation because we want to see the notes. So I put a couple of chords in there. It didn't really do a good job of spelling them the way I wanted, so I'm going to change that up. This is supposed to be, yeah, it's supposed to be a D major 7, so I'm going to change this note enharmonically. D, F sharp, A, C sharp. It's actually a G major 7 with a sharp 11. And then this one's pretty good. And we got one extra measure. Get rid of it. We'll bump this one up. We'll put a fermata on this. I'm going to get the articulation tool, click on this note, and just add the fermata. The shortcut for that is just F for fermata. And there you go. So now we have an arrangement taking place here, because we have, you know, all the first good elements of an arrangement. It has a beginning, and it has a modulation up a half step, and then has an ending. We'll even add the chord changes here for the ending. I'll just put G major 7 right now, and end on a D flat major 7 also. So it does have that in there. And also has a 9th, so I'll put the 9 in there too. Has a 6 too, but anyway, it was a little complicated to get all those things where we want them. Can move this up, this tool, so it doesn't conflict there too much. And that's a good stopping point. Then we're going to start adding some more instruments.